this is Johnny from CaptureWellbeing.com, and today I'd like to talk about seeing beyond right and wrong. And the reason this topic today is because, in my opinion, it's quite a dangerous way to live for your own well-being. I mean, it can be a very dangerous thing if you see things in a very black and white way, and right and wrong, it tends to create this kind of, magnification of things that either we see something as, oh yeah, they're super good, or otherwise it's, yeah, super bad, And the reality is not like that, We don't live in a either or world, The world is multiple different colors. It's not just one or the other. And so I encourage everyone who suffers from this kind of thinking of right and wrong to look at it for a second, to really look at your assumptions of what do you think is right and what is wrong. I mean, there's no harm in having, good values about what you think is a good life to live. But the problem lies in when you become too kind of insistent on, let's say you have a very strong opinion about what is wrong, what is wrong. And then let's say somebody does that, somebody does something that you think is really wrong. And then you get all upset, oh, how can they do that? Why are they like that idiot, man? And the moment you start thinking like that, you're creating, a negative state for yourself, because you're winding yourself up, by something that's out of your control. You can't control other people's actions. And many times we ourselves also, if we do something we think is wrong, the moment you put that label, oh, this is so wrong, you're creating a conflict within yourself. So the solution for that is to see beyond right and wrong, to see beyond that. It's not about things either being, that this is acceptable and this is not, but to accept everything as a whole, to see the divinity in every life experience, to see the divinity in every human being, even though it's hard at times, because there's a lot of people who we have problems with, right? You don't like everybody you see. It's just natural, because we're so opinionated about things. We have such strong opinions about, how people should be and what we like and what we dislike. But all these preferences and strong labels actually make it harder to live life from a more centered, wholesome, balanced place. And in my opinion, a balanced life doesn't come from right and wrong. It comes from being in touch with your true, authentic self, who you are. And that takes, guts to live like that, because you can't assume things then. You have to be willing to explore and to investigate for yourself. But I'm a big fan of that, I believe in investigation, exploration, and really being honest with yourself, not taking other people's, opinions and kind of holding onto them as dear life, but instead forming your own, practical reality out of what you believe and experience to be true, not assuming oh yeah, because it's written in this book like this, so now I see it this way as well. Explore, at least explore, don't just assume oh yeah, because I'm lazy, I don't have the time to, explore this, I'll just believe what everybody else is believing. That's a very lazy approach, and that's an approach that leads to ruin, in my opinion, because it's not authentic. It's kind of like you're given a one-size-fits-all package, and the fact is, life is not one-size-fits-all. We're all unique, so somebody else's beliefs might not work for you. So my point is to have this kind of open mind and explore, Don't settle for assuming, explore for yourself. And with this message, I want to encourage you to look at the things you consider to be really wrong, and look at the things that you consider to be very virtuous or right, and just look at these things for what they are. Are they actually really so good or so bad as you think? And again, you might be surprised that it's not that black and white in the end. So with this message, I wish you a wonderful day and week, and until next time.